Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today, my friends, we are jumping back into Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We are focusing on something that I get asked all the time. Zach, how do your weapons have no recoil? Where is all your recoil gone? Are you modding? Are you cheating? Are you using Cronus Max? All sorts of stuff like that. Today, my friends, we are talking about how to control your recoil better in honestly multiplayer and Warzone as well. This works pretty much throughout the entire game. Now, when it comes to controlling recoil, there's a handful of things you can do to just make it easier overall, right? There are some more simple tips. There's some more advanced things you can do too, and we're pretty much going to be covering it all here today. So if you enjoy the video at any point, if you find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, we've been gaining a ton of new subscribers recently. So if you aren't subscribed yet, we're always covering the latest news and intel, best class setups, tips and tricks, you name it, you'll find it right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. Also, until Tuesday morning, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will actually get you 30% off pretty much everything on the site. So if you want to grab anything from there, now is the best time to do so. So when it comes to controlling recoil better here in Modern Warfare and Warzone, let's start first with the more basic tips, we'll call them, because these ones all revolve around your actual class setup. Now these are things that are basically just going to make it easier for you in the long run when it comes to basically eliminating recoil from your gameplay. Now, on pretty much every single weapon in the game, there are a handful of attachments you can use that will naturally decrease your recoil. So for instance, on the M4A1 here, we have the stock M16 Grenadier barrel, and as you guys can see underneath the pros section, we have added recoil control. So by using the M16 Grenadier barrel, your control is going to be better by default. That's going to help out a ton right away. And then when you go ahead and pair it with other things like the range of foregrips that we have in the game, personally, I like to use things like the Commando and the Merc foregrip depending on the weapon. This is going to be unique to the different weapons you're using. I will say most of the ARs do benefit from using the Commando foregrip. Most of the SMGs benefit from using the Merc foregrip. But occasionally you might want to use something else like the Ranger foregrip, for instance, if a weapon has a lot of recoil. Really just comes down to what is going to be the most comfortable for you. But basically, using some of those attachments that do add the recoil control onto the weapon itself is ultimately going to be a very, very big help in the end. That said, I would not recommend going all out and going for, 5 attachments that all increase the recoil control. So, you don't want to have a compensator and a longer barrel and a foregrip and the rubberized grip tape and something else on there too, because that is going to slow down your weapon a lot. You want to have a nice balance, but at least having some attachments on there that are going to help increase that recoil control is ultimately going to be a big help in the end. Now, as I said, that applies to pretty much every single weapon in the game, right? Almost every gun has a barrel that's going to increase the recoil control. You can use an underbarrel on pretty much every single weapon in the game, so that's sort of a universal tip. But there's also some weapon-specific tips as well. And this all comes down to the actual recoil pattern. So for this, I figured the best way to sort of convey what exactly you want to be doing here is to look at what the recoil patterns are like in game. So we're going to be looking at 3 different weapons here. We've got the M4A1, the MP5, and we're also going to look at the Grau 5.56. Without a doubt, 3 of the most popular weapons in the game, and we're going to look at the recoil patterns with no attachments on them whatsoever, and then the recoil patterns with my preferred attachments on there, and just notice the differences based off the attachments alone. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the predictive recoil, or the predictable recoil, which is essentially what's going to allow you as a player to pretty much erase and get rid of all recoil you experience in game. Also, I should mention, this applies to both keyboard and mouse and also controller as well. The recoil patterns are going to be the same on all platforms. It doesn't matter Xbox, PS4, PC. It's going to be the same for all of them, so it doesn't matter if you're using thumbsticks to control the recoil. It doesn't matter if you're using a mouse and keyboard to control the recoil. Personally, for this, I am using a controller just to demonstrate, but it works for either. All right, so we're on Hackney here. I'm just going to use this wall to demonstrate, but this is an M4. I'm not going to touch my analog sticks at all. I'm just going to let the recoil do its thing. This is no attachments, and we'll look at the pattern. All right, so that is the natural default recoil pattern of the M4A1. Goes up for a little bit, then takes a diagonal right turn. All right, so now we have my preferred M4A1. I'll throw up all the attachments on the screen now, so if you guys want to copy this class setup, by all means, go for it. But this is what the recoil pattern looks like on this, and once again, I'm not adjusting whatsoever. I'm not touching the thumbstick. We're just going to see what it looks like. So obviously I've got the extended mags on here, so there's a bit more to it, but it is basically the same recoil pattern, up for a little bit and then to the right. So Now that we know that, we can counter that by adjusting on our thumbstick or with our mouse accordingly. So now when I go ahead and shoot, I'm basically going to counter all of this, and you're not going to notice any recoil. And as you can see, first pattern, no attachments, up and to the right. Second pattern, all attachments, up and to the right. Third pattern, all attachments and correcting, and there's essentially no recoil. Now, obviously, when you get into certain ranges, when somebody's, 150, 200 meters out, that recoil is going to be a bit more noticeable. However, I do want to try this on a few other weapons and see what it looks like there as well. So, as you guys can see, on the MP5 with no attachments, there is some recoil. Honestly, it's nothing too crazy, mainly vertical. On the MP5 with my preferred setup on it, we've got pretty much the same pattern. It actually almost looks like there's a bit more. And of course, we do have more ammo, so it goes up a bit more as well. And then when I correct it, because I know that pattern of pretty much vertical slightly to the right, I can correct that and there's going to be essentially no recoil. And once again, you guys can see the recoil pattern with no attachments whatsoever. The growl is super easy. Once again, pretty much just straight vertical. With my attachments on there, there's a bit more kick to the left there for some reason. And then when I counter it, there is essentially nothing, which of course is exactly what you want to see.
I went up.
It was at this moment that he knew.
It was an instant a corner. Yeah, I got eyes. I got eyes.
Another one here.
Down one. Broke armor on another. The straggler's the bounty.
Yeah, I have an angle on him, but I kicked him.
Down the bounty, down the bounty. Right on me, right on me. Cracked him, downed him. Well, two are going right, two are flanking, two are flanking. Knocked one.
Going for res on the bounty.
Knocked two.
You guys got it.
Got him.
Nice, good stuff,
Wow.
good stuff.
He's on
Knocked
bounty.
one. Knocked two. Knocked three. Okay, this is a wipe on me. Yep, right side, right side, right side. On Butters. Knocked him. Elim. We're good.
Down one.
One broke one armor on Minotaur. Down two. To my right.
Yeah, I see him.
Right on my right.
He's super weak. Cracked. Down.
Yep, landing right here. Ooh, hello, sir. Down one.
By B.
Gravy, baby.
Is that not a guy? Aha!
One on
Knocked
you.
one.
You guys looking at me in the white building?
Okay.
Oh, he stunned me.
Where'd white go? What? We're running circles around each other. Got him in white.
First
He's
looking at
top brick.
No.
Down him in top brick.
Me.
He has to have self. Elimed him. Nice. No, we're good.
Oh.
Down one.
Check it. Selfing.
Down three. They're fighting another team too. He got up on the left side. That guy was selfing. Behind me.
Behind us.
I need help, Lazy.
Broke his armor. Knocked
Good team shots, man.
Y'all are insane of the video
What is
game.
this? Yeah.
Broke his armor. Downed him. He has self.
Good catch.
Zach behind us too. Be careful.
Down two. No, I'm getting third party. Pretty sure I just saw one. It could have been rendering, but nope. On top of Burger right now. Downed him. Down two here.
Knocked one.
I don't know where the last one is, but it's three down. Please push this. He did it. Ask and ye shall receive. He's right behind this. Hey man, calm down now. What were you doing out there, buddy?
Zach, you okay?
Everything's fine. Don't even worry about it. Get an RPG. Just clustered that vehicle. Down one, down one, down one. With that cluster. Behind that wall. Hard pinged him somehow through the wall. I'm a magician.
I broke his armor from afar and I feel really good.
We good.
Armor.
Got him.
Nice.
There were shots towards Jurassic, by the way. Also, oh yeah, guys, right here on those loadout drops. Nice ping, nice ping. Cracked his armor, broke his armor, broke his armor. He's one shot. On the loadout right now. Yeah, he's jumping down the mountain to the left, to the left. Got him. He was hiding in a bush.
Oh, I missed my C4.
I hit his armor once with mine.
Behind us, behind us, behind us.
Yeah.
This guy literally right here.
Down one.
Come back. Come back.
Getting shot in the back, shot in the
Oh,
back.
you
Got him, insta. Cracked armor on the right. Nope.
No.
Back in red zone, on brick, on brick.
Oh, yeah, right here by the car.
Downed him.
I think last guy's been building. I think.
Yep,
Oh,
cracked him. He's one shot. He's super, super weak in there. Right side,
me.
right side.
Got him.
Good stuff. Good win, boys. Let's go. So that is essentially what you're looking for when you're trying to reduce your recoil more here in Modern Warfare and Warzone. Of course, those attachments that are going to do it naturally are going to be a huge help, but also the most important thing you can do and the biggest advantage you can give yourself is to learn those recoil patterns. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up. And of course, if you are new to the channel, we are always covering the best class setups, the latest news and intel, tips and tricks, pretty much everything regarding Call of Duty. You'll find it right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to grab any G Fuel, right now is the best time to do so. Code Immortal will get you 30% off pretty much everything on the site. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.